Hello, good afternoon, Koki.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you doing this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, but
You're good, but how is the
yes.
weather? I heard it's too
Uh,
hot in Japan right now.
yes, it is too hot in Tokyo. Yeah.
So it means it's already the summer started already.
Summer has started actually. Yeah.
Oh, so sorry for that, but always keep drinking a lot of water to keep you hydrated.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have drink here, so
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
I can keep hydrated.
Yeah, just to get rid of the hot temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's have the lesson. This time the topic is all about why do people in the US work late at night? Is that correct?
Yes, it's good. Correct.
Let's start with words and phrases, and I will play the US pronunciation. Let's start. Blur.
Blur.
Okay, blur is a verb. It means to make the difference between two ideas, subjects, etc. less clear. Example. The noise began to blur my concentration.
The noise began to blur my concentration.
Next, responsibility.
Responsibility.
Responsibility is a noun. It means something that it is your job or duty to deal with. Example. It is your responsibility to lock the door.
It is your responsibility to lock the door.
Next, suggest.
Suggest.
Okay, suggest is a verb. It means to say that something is likely to exist or be true. Example. The results suggest a link between diet and mood.
The results suggest a link between diet and mood.
Okay, next, workload.
Workload.
Workload is a noun. It means the amount of work that a person or organization has to do. Example. She reduced her workload to manage stress better.
She reduced her workload to manage stress better.
And the last word, block.
Block.
Block is a verb. It means to stop something from happening or developing. Example. They used sandbags to block the floodwater.
They use sandbags to block the flood water.
Okay, do you have any question in this part of the lesson?
Hmm. Nothing, don't worry.
Okay, now let's proceed to the comprehension part. And let's check first the three questions that you will have to answer. Let's start. First question. What do many office workers do after dinner? Second question. Why do some workers have meetings in the evening? And third, how many emails do people get each day on average? And let's answer this after the listening focus. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I will start now.
Why do people in the US work late at night? Many office workers in the United States have started working beyond their regular hours. They often answer emails and join meetings at night because remote work has blurred the line between work and personal time. This makes it harder to finish tasks during the day, so many people continue working after dinner to complete their responsibilities. Recent data showed that meetings after 8 p.m. increased by 16% in 1 year. About one-third of workers checked emails again before 10 p.m., suggesting that late-night work is becoming more common. A remote team leader said working with colleagues in other time zones often moves tasks and chats into the evening, which adds to daily stress and reduces rest. Many companies are hiring fewer people but giving more tasks to current workers. Tools like artificial intelligence could help, but most employees still do not use them. Reports showed that burnout complaints went up by 32% during the first quarter of 2025, showing that people feel overwhelmed by their workload. In a recent survey, 63% of workers said they were given extra duties in 2024. On average, people now receive 117 emails and 153 chat messages each day. One manager said he blocks time for focused work and uses AI writing tools, but time zone differences still make evening work hard to avoid.
Is it clear or do you want to listen one more time?
Let me listen one more time.
Okay, I'll play it again.
Why do people in the US work late at night? Many office workers in the United States have started working beyond their regular hours. They often answer emails and join meetings at night because remote work has blurred the line between work and personal time. This makes it harder to finish tasks during the day, so many people continue working after dinner to complete their responsibilities. Recent data showed that meetings after 8 p.m. increased by 16% in 1 year. About 1/3 of workers checked emails again before 10 p.m., suggesting that late-night work is becoming more common. A remote team leader said working with colleagues in other time zones often moves tasks and chats into the evening, which adds to daily stress and reduces rest. Many companies are hiring fewer people but giving more tasks to current workers. Tools like artificial intelligence could help, but most employees still do not use them. Reports showed that burnout complaints went up by 32% during the first quarter of 2025, showing that people feel overwhelmed by their workload. In a recent survey, 63% of workers said they were given extra duties in 2024. On average, people now receive 117 emails and 153 chat messages each day. One manager said he blocks time for focused work and uses AI writing tools, but time zone differences still make evening work hard to avoid.
And now let's answer the three questions. First, what do many office workers do after dinner?
Oh, after dinner, hmm, they often answer emails and join meetings.
Okay, what else?
Hmm. Oh, well, many people many people continue working after dinner to complete
Yeah,
their responsibilities.
yeah, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
Even after dinner, they
Mm-hmm.
need to complete some of their responsibilities. Next, number two, why do some workers have meetings in the evening?
Because some workers um, have to work with colleagues in other time zones.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Time
Mm,
zones, different
yes,
time zones.
yes.
Next, how many emails do people get each day on average?
On average, people receive 117 emails.
Yes, 117 emails. Do you have this kind of emails every day? You receive 117?
Mm, I have never counted actually, but I guess. Mm, so if I take the paid vacation 1 day, so 50 emails or so in the box without reading. So yeah, I'd say that is in my case it is a little bit better than so this case, but if I include subtle mails from not related to my work and some my responsibilities. Yeah, I would say I receive more than 100 emails per day.
What? This is common.
Yeah,
In
it's
case,
common. It's common. Yeah.
really? So it means that, like, for example, you almost said that 50 emails is almost related to your work.
Yes. Related to my work and my company organizations or so some housekeeping chores or something like that. So yeah, not
Eh,
directly to my responsibilities, but so work. There are so important information about um, so my office or organizations. So I needed to check and go over them.
Wow. Because I don't have an experience receiving that kind of emails, 100 plus emails, and even chats, 150 plus chats.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, I'm lucky to receive 10
Ten.
messages from my
Mm.
friends, but this kind of chats, it's so difficult for me to read
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
respond, right?
Mm-hmm. So
So it,
to manage these mails, so I create some categories to to, how can I say, to make them in order. So like one is for my one is one mailbox. So I mean, I've created a bunch of email boxes, which stands for some theme. So one is QA, and one is information. One is related to my customer. Yeah, something like that.
But after receiving those emails, do you need to respond immediately?
No. So most of them are just information. So yeah, I just check. I just go over the email, and if I need to respond, yeah, if I need to respond, I do something. But most cases, I don't have to do anything. Just reading. So yeah.
So
Mm,
most of the emails are informations from the
yes.
companies.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, by the way, before the reading part, do you have any question?
No questions so far. Thank you.
Okay, now let's proceed to the readout part. Please start if you are ready.
Okay. Why do people in the US work late at night? Many office workers in the United States have started working beyond their regular hours. They often answer emails and join meetings at night because remote work has blurred the line between work and personal time. This makes it harder to finish tasks during the day, so many people continue working after dinner to complete their responsibilities. Recent data showed that meetings after 8 p.m. increased by 16% in 1 year. About one third of workers checked emails again before 10 p.m., suggesting that late night work is becoming more common. A remote team reader said, working with colleagues in other time zones often moves tasks and chats into the evening, which adds to daily stress and reduces rest. Many companies are hiring fewer people but giving more tasks to current workers. Tools like artificial intelligence could help, but most employees still do not use them. Reports showed that burnout complaints went up by 32% during the first quarter of 2025, showing that people feel overwhelmed by their workload. In a recent survey, 63% of workers said they were given extra duties in 2024. On average, people now receive 117 emails and 153 chat messages each day. One manager said he blocks time for focused work and used AI writing tools, but time zone differences still make evening work hard to avoid.
Well done. Now, this time, let's have the discussion part. First question: do you think working after dinner is a healthy habit? Why or why not? Do you have this kind of work lifestyle?
Um, hmm. I'd say so. It is not healthy, yeah, because uh, I think most companies have the mandatory hours, and it is written in the contracts for employees. So yeah, that is just so. Working after dinner or working in evening is just overtime, overwork. So that is not healthy. But so like this article mentioned, actually, so COVID-19 and working remotely blurred the boundary between the private and so personal, private and work. So from my perspective, checking emails or responding chats after dinner is acceptable, because it is not so mm, heavy burden for me. Yes, but the attitude to the attitude like that is nice to have, I guess, and that shouldn't be mandatory because mm, so for healthier life, uh, work-life balance is the most important.
Yes, that's true. I agree with that. Work-life balance is more important. But how about you, in your own experience? Is it easy for you to separate personal time to work time?
Oh, hopefully. So I don't feel overwhelmed by work for now, and the tasks are limited and manageable. Uh, manageable in work hours, so I don't have to overtime over overwork. So yeah, it is for me. It is not so difficult to separate work and private time.
Wow, that's great because it's not so difficult for you to handle your personal time compared with others. They are really obligated or they have the mandatory working overtime.
Mhm.
Okay, how about the second question? Have you ever felt tired because of too much work? Share your thoughts.
Um. Yes, I have, of course. So last month I had to I had to do the so large workshop to executives of my client of one my client. So yeah, that presentation, that workshop was so important for not only for me but also my company. And so I need to prepare a lot to satisfy the expectation of the the executives from customers. Yeah, so at that time I need to do over I need to work overtime actually, and felt uh, felt tired and exhausted after so my part. So that workshop that workshop was composed of my part and my colleagues' parts. So the responsibilities were distributed. So it was, mm, but it was frustrated for me.
Really? Yeah. That's actually, I feel you because too much work can also affect your mood.
Mhm,
Sometimes you are feel that you lost your energy because you put all of your efforts to finish this one.
mhm,
But sometimes, and also sometimes we feel that we are kind of having burnout doing something.
mhm.
So, but I think your hard work has a good equivalent. Okay, third question. Should people ignore messages outside work hours? Why or why not? But you already mentioned sometimes it's not a big burden for you to answer some messages.
Hmm. That depends on the person and the personality. So, oh, companies shouldn't force them to reply just after receiving the emails, even they finished work for that day. So, mm, like I said, that is mm, best effort or those attitudes or nice to have. And yeah, but for my case, sometimes I try to reply earlier to reduce the task in the upcoming day. So so by replying earlier, so I don't have to focus on. I can focus on other tasks tomorrow, the next
So,
day. Yeah.
so it means you have choice.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
can choose to reply or not. But sometimes we cannot really ignore some messages, especially if this is emergencies.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So in my experience, yeah, like you said, I check only the title on yeah the popping up the on I check the title popping up on my smartphone screen.
Get the notifications.
Yeah, notifications, and it is not so urgent. Yeah, that depends on my schedule, yeah, personal schedules. Like if I'm outside or I'm attending a drinking session or yeah, I have something to do other than my company's tasks. So I skip replying until next day.
Yeah, so it depends on the situation.
Yes.
Okay. Next, number 4. I think most of Japanese doing this. Do people in your country work too many hours? Explain your answer.
Oh, yes, they do. And but recently, the atmosphere is a little bit chan- changing. Um, due to the law that regulates the overtime. The overtime which is acceptable in a month, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I heard that especially the elderly people that are still connected in a company,
Yeah.
they work for more than 12 hours or 16 hours of their day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes, and yeah, if one of my friend actually working for a company, IT consulting company, which is responsible for implementing the system for its customers, and so in most cases, those companies' projects have the clear deadline to implement or to finish the project. So yeah, before the deadline, so they need to so their overwork is uh, inevitable for them if the project condition is not so good or
Oh, really, it's so hard to work, especially overtime.
yeah, yeah,
It's a kind of exhausting. At the same time, the quality of work is also getting less
yeah,
because you're
yeah.
already tired from the whole day, 8 hours of working, and then another time for overtime. I think the quality will be not good as you are expecting.
Mm.
Okay. Fifth question. Should companies let workers use tools to save time? Why or why not? So there's a lot of tools nowadays that we can use to make our life easier.
Yes, they should. And actually, my company lets me use AI tools that enables me more than before. So uh, yeah, by by using those applications, I can catch up a lot of information quickly, and I can reply my customers' email very quickly. So
Yeah.
yeah, that has improved my working style and working hours. So yeah, and I can focus other things more, or so learning. I can learn other things for my career growth. Yeah.
So that's the benefit of using AI tools. So it's a
Yes.
time-saving tool.
Mm-hmm.
It makes your work efficient, easier, and comfortable.
Yeah.
But how about the critical thinking? Do you think is it getting less or it's almost the same?
For in terms of critical thinking, it is mm, easier than before because I can take advantage of AI's opinion,
Uh,
like
Sorry,
oh,
excuse me, Koki. We don't have much
mhm,
time. Thank you so much.
thank you.